Let's assume the universe is infinitely large and it is filled with stars. If these assumptions are true, then every direction you look in should either have a star or a galaxy. That means the entire night sky should be filled with light. It should be as bright as the surface of the sun. But this isn't true. The night sky is dark. But why? This is known as the Olbers paradox. Okay, you may say to me, the paradox is so simple. It's just that the stars are so far enough that the farther they get, the dimmer they get. That's why the night sky isn't completely filled with light. It's dark. But this isn't true. Even though the farthest stars look dimmer, there would be more of them. If we picture spherical shells surrounding the Earth, the number of stars covering the surface area of one particular shell will increase by exactly the same amount as the brightness of the stars on that shell decreased. So, the surface brightness, that is the brightness per unit on the sky, will be the same for every shell. Then that means our assumptions are wrong. Either the universe is not infinite or it is not filled with enough stars to make it bright enough. The obvious answer may seem that our universe is simply not large enough. So, there are patches, like in a small forest. It extends to a finite distance. If you were standing in the middle of a small forest and look straight ahead, you would see patches of your view blocked by tree trunks. But not completely, like the night sky, which has patches of starlight. So, our universe has an edge. Is it that there is a boundary, an edge between something and nothing? So once your line of sight passes that boundary, it encounters only empty space. That is why the universe is dark. But all evidence tells us that the universe is infinite. Instead, the truth is there hasn't been enough time for light from most distant stars to reach us. The universe is sadly only 13 billion years old. This may seem amazing for us humans, but it's still small in astronomical terms. So, the actual bubble around Earth that contains all the stars we can see only extends to about 13 billion light years from Earth. There are just not enough stars in the bubble to fill every line of sight. As time passes, light from these more and more distant stars will have time to reach us. So, you might ask now whether the night sky will eventually light up completely. But the thing is, the universe is expanding, with the most distant galaxies moving away from Earth at nearly the speed of light. So, because the galaxies are moving away so fast, the light from their stars is pushed into colors the human eye can't see. This effect is called the Doppler shift. So, even if it had enough time to reach us, you still couldn't see the light from most distant stars with your eyes, and the night sky would not be completely lit up. While we know the solution today for Olbers paradox, it took until well into the 20th century for us to truly understand the nature of the universe. Even though our night sky isn't completely filled with stars, we live in a very special time in the universe's life when we are lucky enough to enjoy a rich and complex night sky filled with light and dark.